My eyes are green 'cause I eat a lot of vegetables. It don't have nothing to do with your new friend. Peace and blessings, everyone coming in, coming in. We still riding on this good Sunday. I know our last discussion we were riding, so we riding again today. How about that? I got some good news for everyone, some grand news for everyone. I've been in a singing mood lately, and I don't know, I just been feeling really great. I've been feeling really good, y'all. I done lost a couple of pounds. I didn't even notice it one day. I was at work and I realized that my uniform had got a little big. So I went and bought me another pair of uniform. I had to go down a size, and I feel like so much relief has come off my shoulders. Oh my goodness, y'all. How y'all doing? Come on in. Don't be ashamed. Don't be scared. It's all love over here, over here. Oh, one thing. Rest in peace, Angie Stone. Y'all. Mm, mm, mm. You guys, like, I love my soul music, and Angie Stone, may she rest in heaven. you know um y'all go ahead and play some music with the Angie Stone, and send some love up in the air for her. Black brother, strong brother, there is no one above you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever. Okay, so I've been going live and giving everybody, just what's on my mind, and speaking of healing and clarity and everything like that. And today I want to go into a discussion. Amelia Queen, thank you for coming through. Peace and blessings to you. I wanted to go through with the discussion today on my spiritual journey that I've been taking as of lately. And then it's been a beautiful and very empowering journey, and I'm ever so grateful for it. I think that this has been the eye-opening season for me, even though that I've been having a lot of clarity on things. I'm now in a mode of not just knowing and understanding, but doing. And it's been feeling amazing, amazing. And that's what I wanted to talk to everybody about. Once you get the understanding, once you get everything about healing, once you start to fully connect with what you know and how you feel, and you allow those two to join together, it's a beautiful dance that it does, and it dances. And in this world, in this life, we tend to have obstacles or situations that can try to hinder us from getting to our purpose. And so, with this understanding, you know uh the friction gets tighter. And most of the times, a lot of people tend to get scared, or get discouraged when what we normally feel as something bad happening to us, but it's actually a great thing. you know Friction isn't necessarily going to go away with ease, right? No pain, no gain, right? So, of course, it's okay to look at some of these things that come to you, or that is brought to you, as a sign of you are elevating, and what you have coming, or what you are in the midst of. Lolita Queen, thank you for coming through. You on the right path. People, places, and things, when they realize, or they have a space of uncertainty of what you vision or what you see for yourself, if they can't see themselves in it with you or going with you, it tends to be an agitation. it tends to be a force. And not only that, but their behavior, their true behavior starts to pour out, because what we know is we become the true creator of our destiny, of our purpose, of our lives. What is intended for us. You are the artist, and we can tend to paint things in our lives and create these things in our lives. And you have people who can see what you're doing for your life. They can see that you're going somewhere with your life. And a lot of the time, sometimes because they haven't seen the creation within in themselves, they want to get attached to yours. They want to stick with your path. They want they want they only want it for their own selfishness and gain. They don't want to put in the work, the effort. They don't want to pay the cost. They want to enjoy it though. They want to reap the benefits of it. They want to have the glory for it. Well, no more in Angie's life am I allowing this. And I want you guys to no longer do that either. Because it's a lot of manipulating tactics that'll be used to hold you on or place you into a box of what you've created, and was basically manipulated into accepting your creation within something that you had no intent for yourself. Rosalind, thank you for coming through, Queen. you know um well, what about this and what about that, and we have this and we got that. And it's more so of understanding what I did not understand before, and the fact that I know now. I know that my creation was manipulated, it was tainted, the paint was not good. So with that understanding, I'm recreating. It's this statement that they say, well, you made your bed and you got to lay in it, right? Well, if I made the bed, then I'm in control and I can tear it up. I can throw that bed away. I can also buy a new bed and make that bed a better bed and lay in that bed as well. You know, um, a lot of people are scared or hesitant to purchasing a new bed because they have been manipulated into thinking that they have to stay or lay in the bed that they have made. Terry, thank you for coming through. King, thank you so much. Yes, Lolita. you know and that's one thing that everybody has to become more in control of. Don't let nobody hold you bound to the things that you might have entertained or the things that you might have participated within in order to keep you in a position that is no longer suiting or comfortable. you know it's time to grow, it's time to expand, and you can do this fearlessly. And that most of the times people are placing fear and doubts on you, without even giving you consideration of the fact that you created this entire environment around you in the first place. So if I created this now that I have with everyone in my existence right now, what holds you in the position to think that I cannot create a new without you? See, we want to walk into our purpose. We want to walk into our blessings. We want to walk into our seasons. And most things that are surrounding us in our existence right now, they know they can't go. They know they don't fit. They know that they were there to hold you against your will, to keep you entrapped, to build mental prison for you. But you are free. You are free. See, the pulling of the heartstrings, the creating of the doubt, placing that unsureness inside of you mentally, that is what pushes you into the further into this box that it wants you to stay in. And it's time for everyone to free themselves. I can choose not to agree. I've made it this far in life. I can make it even further. And I move without question. Blessed Queen, thank you for coming through. Peace and blessings. Thank y'all so much for coming through. I have um I have so much going on that is freeing me up space, you guys, to become more capable of coming on and doing content and networking and everything. And it's happening as we speak, because the things that I speak to you are the very things that I take within my own life, within my own understanding. Having the mentality of knowing that my mind is stronger than any obstacle that anybody can place in front of me. I am I am my own artist of my life. I can choose and decide. I put in my work, I put in my effort, I put in my passion. I can create, recreate, destroy, recreate. I can do all things. And that is the understanding that we have to have. Most of the times we stick with situations because we found our heartstrings to be in it, because we love this situation, because we've had so much history with this situation, and we've even created certain obligations in this situation. Yes, yes, Lolita Queen. Guard your heart. And for me, that mean my thoughts, my emotions, and the people I choose to have around me. Exactly. Exactly, Queen. Because when we elevate, we have to elevate everything in our existence. I'm gonna give y'all an update and just give y'all some news and just let y'all know. Because I feel like I may not be obligated, but I have a love for everyone, and honesty is, my key intent to my messages. So, with being a part of the saga, it's been understood that Angie was in a relationship. And you know, shout out to Amber for throwing the saga funeral today, as a matter of fact. But you know, Angie is now single, and Angie is no longer in that relationship. And it took a lot of thought. It took a lot of processing. It took a lot of just reanalyzing and taking in my own understanding, taking in my own words, taking in my own, wisdom, that I want to share with everyone else, and becoming the leader within my own life with that very insight, and just realizing that I'm growing and I'm moving into a different space, and I'm moving into a different realm, and everything cannot go. Josephine Queen, thank you for coming through. And I wish him the best. I just know that it will not be with me. And I just wanted to give you guys that information. So, if I pop out in a different relationship, or if you see somebody trying to flirt and I may flirt back, I probably won't. But, just in case, for everyone, I like to be upfront with everyone about my life, and be honest with my life, and be myself. That's just the way Angie is. V, thank you for coming through. Peace and blessings, King. But no, yeah, Angie is now single, and I am recreating my path. I am creating my future, and I feel good. I feel great. And I've been smiling lately. I've been healing lately. I've been singing. And yes, yes, I know it's a very frowned upon thing sometimes, because you want to hold on to certain things, things that you work for, things that you tried so hard for. Um, but some things can be it's like a magnetic pull to keep you from your full potential. Not to say that anybody was right or wrong in the situation, but just knowing that, you have higher heights, and um everything that you learn from your previous relationships, whether it be good or bad, those are lessons and learning of what you want to create in your next path. And so that's what I'm doing. Thank you, Rosalind Queen. Thank you. V says I be having fun being me. Thank you, Lolita Queen. Yes. Trying to shoot his shot. V, you better be good. Sweet Mocha, thank you for coming through, Queen. Yes, Mocha. Some of my dudes gonna be lining up, and don't line up now. I'm Let me say this, and I'll say this. I may be single, but I'm not necessarily just looking. I'm not doing that. I think I know what I want. And I think when it comes to me, I'll know it. Does that make sense? I'm single. I can do what I want. Okay, V. If you say he cutting up, I think what I like is because I know that I'm meant to be a wife. And I know that I have a king out here, and I think what I want is I want to take my time in healing so that when that does happen, I won't have any of the unlearned lessons hindering me from giving him all my love. Does that make sense? V, V said I came on the right day. Bro, what you know no good. You better stop cutting up in my chain. I've been doing a lot of spiritual growing, and I've discovered a lot of things that I actually want for myself, and I realized that I might have had some lessons that I've had to learn, and I'm still learning because learning doesn't stop. But I think I got a few lessons under my belt and a few blessings too. Lisa, thank you for coming through, Queen. And so I feel good. I've been I've been feeling very I've been feeling very hopeful. I've been feeling really great. Life lessons, most definitely. It's a blessing already in itself, and this is how I know and I am in confirmation that I am on the right track, because you know it's without any doubt. Missing Color Girls, thank you for coming through, Emma Queen. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to you for the funeral today. Shout out. Most definitely, most definitely. But I've been doing a lot of transitioning in my life, and I feel very great. So I'm taking up a lot of opportunity. I'm gonna socialize and come on more, and definitely network more. I feel like I have a sense of freedom. I even went outside after work Friday, and I got to do some meditating. V told me it was cold last night. She wouldn't make love to me. Yes, Lisa. Self-deflection. I'm becoming the person that I've always known myself to be. And I'm allowing my existence to introduce me as such. And I'm accepting everyone that sees me for that. If you're looking for me in my past, you don't know me anymore. If you're looking for me and what you may have heard or what you thought you've known of me, you don't know me anymore. You know, I'm definitely popping my ish in this season, and it feels good. And I'm happy to still have my youth, while doing it. I count that a blessing because, even if I was older, it still wouldn't stop me from doing it. It's never too late to do it. But I am grateful for being able to do this in my youth because, you know, the wisdom, you know, a lot of us younger people around my age, you know, there a lot of them don't have that blessing to have this understanding. So I feel great and I'm grateful. Yes, Lisa Queen. Yes, Lolita Queen. Thank y'all so much for supporting me. And it's about to get really good. I got a lot of insight and wisdom that I want to share to the people. And, I just wanted to share this moment where I became more capable of believing in my trust, believing in your trust, knowing what you know, and allowing what you feel and what you know to coexist with each other. Everybody can't understand it. Everybody won't respect it. Some people may fear it. They can't see what you see, but you're the artist. It is your vision, you know, and you can't allow yourself to hold on to anchors that hold you down, because you'll never reach your full potential in that matter. Miss Bevins, thank you for coming through, Queen. Whatever you do, don't be average. What you say, do something different. Most definitely. I think anything I touch, I promise it's gonna be with the greatness in me. So I know that it won't be average. Ain't nothing worse than feeling trapped in something that is not flowing. Most definitely. I'm no longer trapped to what society would want you to be bound to. I've always been very independent minded, if I can say the such, and always seeing the hope in every situation, even though most of the situations or some of the situations may have been a challenge or may not have been the right situation to actually work through, but that's where I got my greatest lessons from. That's where I got my strength from. And that's also how I'm able to confirm that, fearlessly, I can try and start over again without any doubt. Because I know that anything that is within me, it creates all around me. Um, I missed the funeral service today. I just finished watching the replay. Yes. God got a new plan for you, Angie. Yes. And I'm going to allow you guys to be a part of it, because, this is Angie opening up. And I don't do that, in the norm. Most people around me, they know I laugh and play or whatever, but as far as my intellect and my insight, it's kind of hard to get, people to actually stay in tune with that. So I'm definitely going to be sharing that with you guys because I know you guys would you know you guys would see interest in it. You guys are getting to know me, and I really appreciate that. Angie, it's nice hearing your voice again. Thank you, Lisa Queen. And because I just, it's been a lot of information that I wanted to come live and speak about, but I felt like, maybe I should just open up about myself and, just give this energy and give this understanding. And hopefully it can encourage anyone to understand that you as well, it doesn't matter, what you've been through or, what obstacles that may place questions in your mind. You're more powerful than that. People always want to keep you attached to, what things look like about you. Tia, thank you for coming through. I'm only in competition with me myself. Facts. Thank you, Queen. Yes. I'm new here. Hey, Angie and chat. I felt that in my soul. If you're looking for me in my past, you don't know me anymore. Facts, Queen. Facts. Yes, Lisa Queen. Transparency. Lolita says, follow your heart, Angie, but take your brain with you. Your head usually advocates the safer option, the heart, the risky one. Worst battle I ever fought was between what I knew and what I felt. True story. Yes, and that's exactly what I'm speaking of, Queen. Most definitely. And it's a beautiful thing when your heart and when your mind starts to work together, you know, and you start to move within that. You start to direct your path through that, because most people are looking for the things that they can see. Some things aren't seen, some things are felt, some things are known. And when they are aligned together, that's when you know you're right. That's when you know you're right. And you don't have to ask anybody about it. You take lead, you take control. Miss E, thank you for coming through, Queen. Pearly, thank you for coming through, Queen. Shout out to all of you beautiful people. And cause and when I think about it, a full circle of what you know and what you feel, that 360 degree, uh, I love Erica Badu, y'all. On and on and on and on. My cipher keeps rolling like a rolling stone. I can't control this soul flowing in me. Ooh-wee. Always clean up your own yard first. Exactly. How can I give anything to anyone if I'm not analyzing it within myself first? Correcting me first, so that I won't become a hypocrite. How can I give you something that I have not given myself? And how can I confirm to you that it does not work, that it works, if I have not utilized it? These are my very weapons. These are my very tools that I utilize within my own journey. And I've been through quite a few journeys and utilized these things, but this journey right here, I think, is the greatest journey. V says, Angie, this a dumb question, but do you know how to cook, bake? Yes, I know how to cook. I know how to bake, but I also like to fast. I like fasting. My thought process is, and I love cooking. Let me say I love eating. But and I'm good at cooking, yes. But I've always had this thought process that it's crazy that we eat all day, every day, for our entire lives. Something in that feels torturous. So I do a lot of fasting. So and I feel good when I do that. But yeah, I do know how to cook. I know how to bake. Lisa says, RP Angie Stone forever. Yes, RP to the queen, y'all. I'm gonna play a couple of her jams, give her some love in the air, rest in peace to her. Yes, Journey 2025 moving forward. Critical. Shout out to the queen, y'all. This is my sis. Angie hitting that like button. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Queen. I love this woman of wisdom, y'all. And she's been very helpful to me. Very encouraging to me. Powerful, powerful woman here. Shout out to the queen. Um, she speaks volumes in my life. So most definitely critical. Thank you so much. I love you too. Yes. Big fakes. Big fakes. But and she critical has been very, very she's been there for me while I've been going through this spiritual journey. And it's been the greatest joy to have her, to even get to know her. you know um she been like, I mean, great minds. She that light bulb. She take her light bulb and she helped light up my light bulb. Yes, yes. And I've been feeling great. I've been feeling good. I've been feeling free. I got a lot of things in the works for me. And I can't wait. I can't wait. And you guys are gonna see it. Yes, spiritual bath. I'm definitely about to do that. That's what sisterhood looks like. Most definitely. Most definitely. I'm happy Critical sees me as her sis. I really appreciate it. Like, she's been very valuable to me and dear to my heart. So most definitely, and I'm definitely gonna get ready to do a spiritual bath, and let go of the past energies, and you know, um, you know, get to the things that I'm ready to show my craft in. I spent a lot of time investing in other people's greatness, and I'm in a season of investing in my own, getting my full potential out there, and getting everybody to see, what I got going on. I got a colorful mind, and I'm not holding that back this time. I got a lot of things that I want to place out and share. So yes, V said travel, invest. Yes, I'm investing in myself, most definitely. Definitely taking this time to, like, bring back to me what I have placed out. And I feel good without a doubt. And you guys are gonna get to see it. You guys are gonna get to see it. I'm so excited. Good moves. People write out the ways. Always remember that. Yes, yes, yes. Most definitely. Most definitely. Powerful moves as well. Because and I've come into a lot of enlightenment information and things of that. And I've utilized it within my own mindfulness, in certain aspects, and I'm still growing, but I'm utilizing it more now than ever, actually. Putting what I've always thought and knew to what I now understand, and putting it into play. And it's been beautiful, and I'm going to keep doing it. um god God moves people right out the way. Always remember that. Most definitely moving right on out the way. The Almighty, the source, has been a magnificent worker in my life. And I truly appreciate it. And people, I don't care how people feel about it anymore, but I used to be very hesitant of speaking on the conversations that I've had with the Almighty myself. It's something that you can't necessarily prove, right? It's something that you can't necessarily, and a lot of people say that they have, um, remember, learn from the past, dwelling the coming of the future. Most definitely. Yes, Critical Queen. And it was a beautiful thing. Like, it was kind of like my whole body felt so relaxed, as if I wasn't even here. Like, it was just like my muscles were so relaxed, and it was an experience that I can't necessarily explain, but I felt so happy to have it. And I learned so much. It felt like I was in a trance or something for like a long time, but it actually was like, I think about 2 weeks really. But it felt so good. But I started buying books and looking at certain scriptures, and I started, like, the Almighty was like speaking, like having full conversation with me, and giving me wisdom and love, and it was just a powerful moment, and it always stuck with me. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people can say, well, you probably lost your mind. Some people in religion that say, yeah, it was God. And then some people outside of religion would like, you went through psychosis. Well, whatever it is, I lost my mind just in time, right? And I did a lot of learning. And what I've learned is a lot of people, they tend to run into things or do things because of desperation. They're desperate. They become desperate. And what I've learned through that spiritual journey is when you feel desperation, don't run to the first thing that comes to you. Don't just stay with the first thing that comes to you. That's how you become trapped, because I know this is it because it feels good. I know this is it because this is right. Well, we're not realizing that that's a part of desperation. Critical says, Lisa, I'm heard about my Angie Stone. Yes. Lolita Queen says, who say that don't recognize when God is speaking to them, just my opinion. Well, a lot of people have different beliefs, and I don't want to count anybody's beliefs out, because I've never been the one to try to persuade anyone. I don't feel like there's something that I would need to prove. Everybody, I've always had this motto of no one can save you. You have to save yourself. So whatever understanding that you come to, if that saves you, then it is yours, until you learn different. And if you learn different, then you have the choice to stick with what you already understand, or to move into what you now know. And so that's the understanding that I have of anything. And I don't count anybody out for what they don't know. Everybody has their own path, everybody has their own journey, and everybody's not here for the same purpose. Some people may be here to not know if God exists, so who am I to make anybody feel different? You have to know not to cheat yourself, most definitely. And so I don't like to move in desperation, because I've noticed that that is a very trap. When a moment becomes desperate for me, I've learned not to be afraid. There's this statement in the spiritual community, not to be afraid of the dark. And Bobby Hemmett speaks about this, as a matter of fact. And I feel more comfortable in the dark now than I've ever done before, because it is in the dark where I learn the most, if that makes sense. Because it's in the dark that people fear. It's once people are in the dark of something, they become desperate for a light. But when you become comfortable in that dark, you become your own light. You are capable of turning on the light and seeing exactly what you need to see, knowing exactly what you need to know, understanding exactly what you need to understand, and this is why a lot of people run to a lot of falsehoods, because the desperation, the fear of not knowing, not understanding, and the misunderstanding of the things that they cannot identify, so they've subjected to a negative feeling. That is what is happening to a lot of us. What's the word for the day? Thank you for coming through, Queen. Shout out to you. V says, I don't do anything about of desperation. I'm stubborn. Don't be stubborn. You have to have a willingness. The willingness is what, helps us to grow. A lot of things can throw a lot of negativity. You can throw negativity at me all day. The instant thought process is for me to feel, hit, right? Or hurt, right? But me, what I've learned is, let me see why I'm hurting about this. Where am I hurting about this for? What is bringing about this trigger to make me feel affected? Because when I do that, that's when I'm able to realize that there's something that I need to heal from. Because if I was healed, if I was, if I had that understanding within about myself, then it won't affect me. That's where that new statement, if it don't apply, let it fly. Well, now it can fly because I'm now healed from it. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it. you know, Danny Queen, thank you for coming through. Yes, Lolita, thank you. That dark can be awakening time, most definitely. And I conquer the dark every time. And I love it. And I found myself going back in it over and over and over because I found such a love for it, right? But I feel like now it's time that everything that I've learned in the dark, I need to go ahead and just bring it to the light and create a masterpiece out of my life. And so that's what I'm doing, you know. Um, and I have nothing holding me bound. I have nothing holding me down. I have no false ideas of, what I have obligated myself to through manipulation or, any forms of abuse or anything of the sort. No, I am not the Angie that other people created for me to be in their mind. I am the Angie that I created for myself to be in my mind. And this Angie has the power and the authority to create that into my existence. And anyone who does not want to be in alignment with that, they must go. Yes, Danny. Yes, your valley season. Most definitely. Just learned that about myself just a few months ago. Most definitely, Queen. And don't lose it. Keep going in that tunnel vision, Um, I used to work two jobs, just push, 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 push. I always been for some reason I always had the drive to go get it. Always been a go-getter, um and even in college, I used to do hair and lashes and things of the sort, not for long, but just small little things every now and again and make my few dollars and, work and I've always been a go-getter, and a lot of the times, as I got older, I started realizing that my go getting started becoming a widespread of helping things that don't suit or doesn't build me, and not to be selfish, but this is my season of selfishness. I've earned it. I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I was a hot girl. Girl, what you know what I mean? No, I wasn't no hot. No, I wasn't no hot girl. Friends, I never would have imagined losing, but it was, yes. I wasn't no hot girl. I promise I was a good girl. No, I wasn't perfect, but I always move with making sure that I was gonna be okay. I never placed myself so far in the danger that I didn't see a way out of it. That would be crazy. Danny, if you lost them, they were just there for a season in your life. Sometimes it's like that. Most definitely. Most definitely. Some people come into your life just to see how much of it they could take from you, you know? And sometimes we get attached to these things because we're focused on the hope within them. You know what I'm saying? So while we're trying to give to them, they're taking from us. And give to them, they're taking from us. And then you find yourself, or I found myself in a form of depression and getting tired and drained. And I'm like, well, where is this coming from? Because I've had so much energy to push, to move something. I always made something out of nothing. And now I'm tired. I don't even want to do it no more. And I had to come to the realization and be more accountable of myself and realize that I've accepted things within myself that is not of me. And I have invested in something that does not suit me. It only suits the thought process of what somebody else sees as me, you know, because they see my drive, they see my push, they see my struggle, they see my ambition, they see these things, my stamina, you know, and they want that for themselves. So they take it, they take it, and then they deny you of what you're doing for them. They make it seem as if that's not what's happening, and that's the very thing that's happening. Most definitely, King. If you don't feel appreciated, then move on. Most definitely, friends, family, environments. Even if your house don't make you feel appreciated, move from it. You know I gotta mess with you. Most definitely, Queen. Lisa said, "Come to the light, Caroline." Yes, come to the light. V, what Critical said, V, you should never give anyone to control what you feel. If they can't embrace value, move on. Most definitely. And Angie got a whole lot of value. And a lot of people been taking advantage of my value. And so that's why Angie is moving on. Shout out. Most definitely. Danny said, I'm still adapting. They were my friends since I was a kid. I recently stopped doing things I used to do or go where I used to go, and they started to fall off. I guess I thought I was better. Danny, they weren't meant. They most definitely weren't meant. You know what I'm saying? I found myself, I used to have a lot of friends, especially from being in college. And and don't get me wrong, I love them. But these last few years, you know, I detached from a lot of it because, you know, um what we had, our paths were so different. And it's not that we had any falling out. So I didn't fall out with anybody that I know of, you know, but I did drift apart, you know, and started to focus on other things. And what I've realized is, even though I drifted from them, I ran into another trap, right? Okay, well, you know, that but these obstacles that are set in our place, these are the defining factors to letting you know that you're on the greatness, that you are greatness. And something doesn't want you to get there. Something does not want you to get to your full potential. Something does not want you to see you. You know, this existence that is trying to hold you back, it sees you. The people in that existence, they see you. They know. It is you that doesn't know. I think me and Critical was on the phone, and I told her, we was talking about it. I said, it's kind of like the Truman Show. You know how everybody knew that it was a show except for Truman? Well, welcome to the Truman Show. And everything around you knows your greatness except for you. And the things that you encounter that causes the most friction in your life, or even in some cases the smallest friction, the more you focus to get to your purpose, that small friction can become a bigger one. You get what I'm saying? So don't overlook the friction, okay? But that is definitely what is happening. You know, it's fighting against you realizing that it is holding you bound. It's keeping you in a box. Let me catch up on y'all chat real quick. What it says, Lolita says, it's okay, Danny, that just means they wasn't meant to go where your life is going, period. And again, they were just a season in your life. And Danny says, I thought I was better, but they thought that I thought I was. I never felt that way. That's okay, Queen. And guess what? You know what? It's okay to feel like you are better, because you are. And if anybody makes you feel bad because you feel better, then tell them they need to step up. Because I've been in that same understanding where I wanted people to feel like I didn't feel like I was better than them. And the whole time they were treating me like they were better than me. So let's not get this misunderstood. If you feel better, it's because you are better. And if they don't like it, tell them to move around. And it's not because you throw it in anybody's face or you try to make anybody feel less than. You don't do that. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We try to be ourselves, our authentic selves. And that that bothers people who have insecurities about themselves. So guess what? Either they're going to have to grow up and show up, or they're going to have to move around. Cuz I'm not here to make anybody feel less than, but I'm not going to make myself look less than to make you feel better either. Critical says it hurts, Danny, but that can't stop your mission or understanding. Your road is different, most definitely. Lisa says God will remove people, most definitely, most definitely. Danny said it definitely hurt. Critical. I went into a stage of grieving, felt like for months, most definitely, and that's the purpose. That is the purpose. See, we have to rechannel when things come to us negatively. Most of the time we understand negativity as something that we should be angry or sad about. No, let it be the driving force for you to be happy, to feel good, because something is a confirmation that you're on to something, and something don't want you to get there. See, this life that we live, it's a lesson. It's many lessons in it. And some things come to you in the form of agitation because you're right on time with your lesson. Don't lose your blessing because your heartstring is being tugged and you're being manipulated into feeling as if something is wrong. No, some things are just right. Tia says, Danny, I can relate to that so much. Sometimes you have to distance yourself. I don't know why people take it like you think you better. It's hurtful. Most of the times when people feel this way, it's because of something that they have allowed within their life to press them down. And they have to come to an understanding that something is pressing you down. So when you see somebody else not pressed down, it hurts you. You feel a bitterness towards it. And in order for you to be capable to not be in that pressed down, in that phase of feeling hurt, and actually being happy for someone being happy for themselves, you got to go in and correct yourself. You got to go in and heal what has pressed you down. And don't be fearful of it. Become your authentic self. Free yourself from what has trapped you so you can feel just as good as well. you know Yes, Critical says, I've been there, Danny. I know it was past state. Yes, it's a part of the journey. And most of us go through it because, a lot of this understanding we don't have in our youth. We don't have this understanding in our youth. And it traps us. It becomes our chains. When we become older and it hinders us, it becomes a self-sabotaging mechanism where we're holding ourselves back trying to be practical to things that has been utilized to keep us against our own truths, our own authenticity, our own freedom, our own purpose, you know but see, I got a heart of a lion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in beast mode. You can't keep me bound once I come in to discover that is what you have been doing. You know, that is exactly what is happening to me. And it makes me roar even louder. Like, oh, what Drake say in his song? I heard somebody tell me I fell off. Oh, I needed that. You want to see me pick it up? Well, where I leave it at? So that's what I'm doing because I done got so used to trying to tone myself down for the likings and comfortability of others. Now it's time for me to get a little louder. That's what I'm into. Never dim your light to make others feel comfortable. Even if you don't know or understand, or you can't necessarily pinpoint your finger as to what is wrong, and even if you want to fix whatever it is that is wrong so that they can be in this same understanding with you, you can't slow down for that. Everybody is an individual. Everybody has the full capability of, what the Almighty has set for us. A lot of people, they use this statement in vain, and I hate it. They say, God will never leave me astray, nor will he forsake me. And it's so unfortunate because the Almighty says, well, not only did I give you hands and feet, but I gave you a brain. So everybody came in here with the same working brain, with the same nervous system, with the same everything, you know what I'm saying? And you mean to tell me that I have to distract myself to help you so that you can abuse it and not appreciate it and pull me down like a weight gravity in order to keep yourself validated? How dare you? How dare you? No, we're not doing that no more. And over here, when we in the midst right here, y'all, we expanding. This right here, this understanding that we giving right here, this is an expansion. Cause we not playing any of that anymore. Love will not be taken for granted anymore. Love is what's going to be set in place for ourselves, and people are going to learn to grow into it or get far from it. Period. Danny said, I just turned 36. I'm not trying to do the same things I was doing at 21, but that doesn't mean I want to cut you off. I'm too ambitious. I started to want to be around people who would force me to grow. Exactly, Queen. Thank you, Critical Queen. Yes, V. A lot of insecurities that make people irrational and make relationships hard instead of simple. What Lauryn Hill said. Thank you, King. What Lauryn Hill said. It could all be so simple to play the game, but you rather make it hard. Yes. Danny says, I agree so much with you, Angie. I ask myself so many times, is it me? It's not you. And that's a good question to even ask yourself, not to take it to heart, but to see where you can potentially grow. And this is a part of growth, to even realize that it's not you. Lolita, you don't like Drake. Lolita don't like Drake. Kendrick, yes. Nah, I like me some Kendrick now. Yes. Amelia, thank you for coming through, Queen. Most definitely. I wanted to give this wisdom. I wanted to share this moment of understanding because it was a reconnection to me. It was a new understanding for me. It was a moment of freedom where I've realized that I've been sleeping on myself for a minute. I've allowed that gravity pull to hold me down, and the harder the gravity pull, the deeper you allow yourself to go down. It's harder to fight to come back up, right? But I'm so grateful because I'm a true warrior in and out. And yeah, I'm definitely feeling good. I feel like somebody done woke up the beast in me or something. So yeah, I'm turning up now. I got a little bit more space. I got a little bit of freedom, and I definitely feel mentally secure in my mental understanding. You know, um and sometimes it gets hard, with having an individual perspective. Everybody has individual perspectives, but actually tapping into your individual perspective, right? Sometimes it gets hard to exist in that perspective, especially when you're surrounded in existence that is stuck to one similar perspective. So you find yourself um attracting or becoming or luring your thought process to blend. Basically, it's like a safer space or something, but you don't realize that it's actually more danger, and it's more freeing to stay in your authenticity, stay in your mental intellect, stay in your mental insight, because that is what keeps you from being in that gravity pool, and that is what keeps you to, help or assist with others coming out of the gravity pool as well. People, we got hearts and we care and we love. So sometimes we feel like we got to go down there and grab them. No, you can't go down there and grab them. You have to stay up here so they can see where to go, so that they can pull themselves up. So thank you, Critical. Thank you so much. And thank y'all for coming. I've been trying to just do an hour and maintain that and try to, keep my channel going. So, I'm definitely about to dip out. But this is what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to take a deep breath in within your nostrils, hold it, and release all of that negative oxygen. A lot of us, we don't understand, or we never realize that we're not necessarily breathing correctly. So we're not getting the proper oxygen within our brain. So once you start to take some correct breaths and getting that oxygen in the brain, you start to get some more understanding. You start to free yourself up of 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 the small thought process, right? And all that oxygen starts to feed into your DNA, into your system and everything. And it starts to work with you, and it starts to give you the full, complete understanding of your thought process so that you can move into that direction. I want you guys to take those deep breaths. I want you to keep breathing, and I want you to go. Okay? So that's what we're going to do right here. We're going to take another deep breath through the nostrils, hold it, release, and go. Peace and blessings to all of y'all.